Hello, dear fiends of the den. I am back and I am talking today more about the Epstein scandal. The Epstein files that I believe are the entire reason the government is shut down because they have the 218th vote to release those files. But of course, MAGA Mike Johnson closes house and won't swear in the representative to get that vote. So, what are we doing here? I am connecting the dots with the shutdown, the plenary authority, the 20 billion to Argentina, and all of it. The reason that I am demonetized is because I keep speaking my mind. I prefer it that way. But again, you can all help keep the lights dim in the den with the PayPal link in the bio. No pressure. I really don't care. I just appreciate the likes, the comments, the views, and the shares. So let's dive in. Stephen Miller crashing out was absolutely on my bingo card for 2025. I will tell you why. He is young, he is angry, he is not very smart. Now, here's the deal with what happened. So he's on CNN and he's live, and he refers to plenary authority. He says, quote, under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority, has, unquote. Then he froze, blinked, and then the feed cut. Now, CNN anchor Boris Sanchez called it a technical issue, but the internet called it a glitch in the matrix. I call it a glitch in Stephen Miller's brain. Now, let's just discuss for a second what is plenary authority. It actually refers to the complete and absolute power over a specific issue with no limitations. But in US law, it's most often used to describe Congress's power over immigration. So it's never been any sort of authoritarian control under the president, Congress, which is made up by many, many people. So Stephen Miller controversially applied this to Trump's control over the National Guard. Now, on my TikTok, you guys are giving me the funniest comments. So let's check those out. So here is my absolutely exhausted looking morning post, but I always have something to say. And it reads, Stephen Miller crashing out on live TV after giving away the secret absolutely was on my 2025 bingo card. They're not smart, but they are evil. Now, some of you guys let me just laugh my, booty off here with some of these comments. So people are like, plenary authority. He realized he should not have said that. No, I think that Stephen Miller realizes he is on the wrong side of everybody now, even Trump. Somebody else writes, really? Another person writes, yup. Someone else writes, what are you talking about? Another response, plenary authority. Couldn't believe he said that. And it goes on to say, is that what he said? I can't find anything saying him saying anything recently offensive. And I said recently because he's usually offensive. Yeah. But he said he ran his mouth out loud. He froze because he knows he's in serious trouble. The powers that be were in his ear to shut the fuck up. Exactly. And then someone writes, Stephen Miller never crashed out. He's amazing. Oh my. That was a bot, by the way. He crashed and he's horrible. Another person writes, dude is out there for everyone to see. Totally froze. Eventually they had to cut away. Imagine saying this. What planet are you on? Stephen Miller is a lifelong creepy weirdo who hates immigrants. And another person says, how cute of you to defend him. He's a Q-tip. If that's what you want to call it's not crashing out. Somebody writes bots. And somebody writes, it was totally amazing. I've never seen anyone look like that. Eventually they had to cut the feed. He was paralyzed, and it really was amazing to watch. And then someone else writes, stroke protocol, anyone? I just saw the clip. I'm pretty sure that was a stroke. Someone else has to joke, we could only be so lucky. And I said, I think you might be correct about the stroke. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but here are my theories. So, of course, we got the right blaming the left for the shutdown, even though everything is Republican: the White House, the Senate, Congress, all of that good stuff. So, we are on day 13 of the shutdown. And Adelita Grijalva, who is the Democrat from Arizona who won a special election to replace her late father, and that was Representative Raul Grijalva. Mike Johnson is refusing to swear her in because she would be the 218th vote needed to force a House vote on releasing the sealed Jeffrey Epstein files. Now, what do I think this has to do with everything? Okay. So we know that the shutdown, they're using this to really dig deeper into the big, beautiful bill. Trump is thanking the Democrats for this unprecedented, basically power grab for himself. And all the Republicans keep pushing is that people want to give free health care to illegal aliens, but it's not even they're not eligible. That's not even like a fact in the world, and Americans can't even get free health care. Why would they give it to the illegal people that they have ICE tackling? And ICE is just disgusting. I can't even talk about the things that they're doing. But I believe that this government shutdown is just a way for this whole authoritarian plenary authority thing to try to take hold, but it really is unsustainable. I mean, we know that ICE is getting paid during the shutdown. They're like the only ones, but these guys are now going into hiding. They're not even being served in restaurants. They're not being allowed to use bathrooms. I heard some of them are just wearing adult diapers, like you know who, and things are getting weird. So Trump is golfing. Now, I have a really, really strange theory, and this is what gets me demonetized. Okay, so we've got the big, beautiful bill, and that includes the AI, whatever it is, right? The AI clause. Now, I have a weird feeling that because Trump has mentioned his health and getting into heaven, that he knows he's more sick than he's letting on. So he doesn't actually want to govern at this point now. He just wants to enjoy himself. And I know the dementia and the sundowning is happening because the things he's saying are unhinged. But the things that he's saying and him being in charge and him being the head of the MAGA cult, once he's gone, it's all going to fall apart. None of these other people, Stephen Miller, JD Vance, who I thought maybe would be better because maybe economically we'd be more stable. Nope, JD Vance is a tool. We're just like screwed for the next few years, or at least until the 2026 elections. Now, it's not just Trump that doesn't want the 2026 elections. It's JD Vance, it's Stephen Miller, it's Pam Bondi, it's Kash Patel, it's all of these people that are covering for him. MAGA starting to break. Marjorie Taylor Greene is more concerned now with healthcare for Americans and the Epstein files being released than being MAGA, which is commendable. I'm not even going to be like, well, she was this, this, and this. You have the right to change your mind based on the evidence presented in front of you. And she's been around in Congress long enough to know what that is. So, the AI portion of this big, beautiful bill. And again, Marjorie Taylor Greene was against that. And now there's that Tilly something, the AI actress. That's a little terrifying as well, although she's not real, but it's just terrifying to think that anyone can be replaced now with AI and you can create any stories you want with non-human people that you created from your imagination. Or you can create real people. We've seen AI images that Trump put up of Adam Schiff and Hakeem Jeffries saying and doing and being dressed in really racially profiled costumes, and it's very insensitive stuff. Now, think about this. Why would they want this AI so badly? Well, if Trump really is sick and he does not ever want to give up control, he doesn't want people to know he died, he'd rather be immortal. What if one of two things? They are creating an AI Trump for the Oval Office that'll be run probably by Stephen Miller, and then JD Vance could just continue to use our taxpayer dollars to spend the rest of his life taking his wife and kids on vacation. and they will continue to tell us that Trump is alive, just reuse old footage of him on the golf course, whatever. Or Trump with the $20 billion that he just gave to Argentina when now he's bailing out the farmers because of tariffs, but he gave away $20 billion. And it's got, Nazi sympathy ties. We know this about Evita Peron. We know this about the fact that some art that was stolen from Europe was found in Argentina, stolen by the Nazis. So, what if Trump is pretending he's dying? He's going to pretend to die like Hitler was rumored to do. He's going to escape to Argentina because now he just gave them $20 billion. And, that's worth letting the man escape and never, never saying you've seen him. But then it was pointed out to me that Trump cannot stay quiet, so he would never be able to actually fake his own death and escape because he'd be like tweeting or whatever it is. I just have these theories that the AI was really created so that Trump's presidency can live on through 2028. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Remember, I have been demonetized, but if you check out the next clip, you know what to do. Thank you guys for joining me here today in the den. Don't forget, because I bring you the truth, the den has been demonetized, and it's a signal from the shadows. So if you'd like to support the dark entertainment and Rose Noir's investigations, you can do so by tipping the detective. The paypal.me link is in the bio. Again, thank you so much for joining me in the den. If you've got something to say, send me an email at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com.